Hi, boys and girls. Well, some of us have pets, and some of us don't. Both is fine. But this little girl is trying to look for the perfect pet. The perfect pet. And it's written by Margie Palatini, and it's illustrated by Bruce Watley. So he drew the pictures, and she wrote the words. She's the author, he's the illustrator. I see a variety of pets. Variety means as a group, but there's difference in the group. Like if I had a variety of food, then I wouldn't have just one food, I'd have all kinds of food. So we have a front cover, we have a back cover, we have our spine. And let's find out if this little girl finds the perfect pet. Oh, it's being a bit tricky to open. Here we go. Title page. The perfect pet. Ball of yarn with a bug on it. Well, Elizabeth really wanted a pet. Her parents really did not. They gave her a plant instead. A plant as a pet? I see that she's got a lot of stuffed toys there. And we know that stuffed toys don't breathe, they don't move on their own, they don't eat, and they don't drink. So they're definitely not living. So they can be an imaginary pet, a pretend pet, but not a real animal. Mind you, it was a very good-looking plant, as cactus plants go, and it had quite a prickly sense of humor. Elizabeth named the plant Caroline, which seemed to suit it just fine. It was absolutely no trouble, and it was a good listener. Snuggling it was a bit of a challenge. However, Elizabeth did manage a quick hug now and then. Elizabeth really did like the plant, but she still really wanted a pet. And she had a plan. So right now, she has a cactus plant as a pet because her parents don't want to get a pet, but Elizabeth wants one. And it does have prickles on it, so hugging it is a little bit tricky. And we know that a plant is living because it makes its own food from light, it needs water, it doesn't quite move on its own, but it does move to get the sunlight it needs, and it breathes, so it's living. But it isn't quite what she wants. The element of surprise. This is part of her plan. So how about a horse? Huh? What? Who? Said father. Who? What? Huh? Said mother. She has surprised them in the middle of the night, asking them for a pet. Do you think the element of surprise is a very good way to try and get your mums and dads to give you a pet? Yeah, I don't know that it's the best one either. I could ride it, give it carrots, lumps of sugar. A horse would be the perfect pet. What do you say? Father yawned. A horse is too big. Mother sighed. Honey, our yard is too small. Why, it would eat us out of house and home, said father. A horse is not quite the perfect pet, said mother, going back to sleep. Not quite perfect, said father sleepily. Scratch the horse. We know that a horse is a mammal because we know it has hair, covered with fur, and we know that it has warm blood, has a spine, gives birth to live young. So she's tried out a mammal. Mom and Dad have said no, though. This is too big. Maybe she should go something smaller. Catch them off guard. What about a dog? Huh? What? Who? Said Father as he stood in front of the mirror shaving. Who? What? Huh? Said Mother, peeking from behind the shower curtain and dripping soapy water. So now she's trying a dog. And we know that is also a mammal, covered with fur, warm blood. Yep. Uh-oh. Yikes. I could take it for walks, teach it tricks, feed it treats, play fetch. A dog would be the perfect pet. What do you think? Father quit shaving. Dogs bark. They're much too loud. Mother grabbed a towel. They jump all over the furniture. A dog is not quite perfect, Elizabeth, said Father as he finished shaving. Not quite perfect, called Mother from the shower. Forget Fido. I like the way she's using Fido to pull her on the skateboard so she can go really fast. At least it's smaller than a horse. The full stomach approach. Burp. You know what I think would hit the spot right now? Asked Elizabeth. I'm thinking a cat. Huh? What? Who? Said Father. Who? What? Huh? Said Mother. So they're eating dinner, and she thinks if she asks them on a full stomach, maybe then they'll say yes to a pet. Well, a cat could lick the plates, curl up on my lap, drink the leftover milk, and we'd always know what to do with the extra string. A cat would be perfect. So, how about it? Father picked up a newspaper. Cat scratch. Mother cleared the table. Cats shed all over everything. Cat is definitely not the perfect pet, said Father. Achoo! I'm sneezing already, said Mother. Cross off Kitty. Oh, man. She's picked another mammal. So far, she's picked 3 mammals. They're going down in size, but, Go for broke. How about a bird, a bunny, turtle, fish, guinea pig, rat? Any of them, all of them. Take your pick, said Elizabeth. Her parents looked at each other. Nope. Afraid not. Not quite. Too fishy. Don't even go there. What's left? Moaned Elizabeth. She's trying. She's asking for a lot of different pets there, and now she's at least including reptiles and birds and fish family members. Still a lot of mammals. Doug. Can you think what Doug is? Elizabeth was thinking that she would never find really the perfect pet. And what do you know? She really did. In fact, she almost stepped on it, right there on her rug. A bug. Elizabeth picked him up. She held him in her hand, looked him in the eyes. He wasn't too big. He definitely wasn't too loud. Well, he couldn't jump on the furniture. He didn't scratch, didn't shed. And how much food could he possibly eat? He was the perfect pet. Caroline totally agreed. Doug moved right into the lovely house in the corner of Elizabeth's room. It had everything a bug could possibly want, and more, including his very own cactus plant, as Caroline was was only a hop, skip, and a jump away. He truly enjoyed sunning himself in her sand. Of course, Elizabeth provided him with enough crumbs to satisfy any growing bug's appetite. So Elizabeth fed him breadcrumbs. He got to sit by Caroline and sit on the sand and get warm in the sun. And I guess she's made him maybe part of the dollhouse, maybe his house. As expected, their relationship was a little bit different than usual. It's very hard to see, but Doug is right there listening to the story while Elizabeth is reading. And the story is called There Ain't No Bugs on Me. Doug did not give Elizabeth a pony ride, and she could not take him for a walk. He could not catch a ball or fetch, no matter how many times they practiced. And try as he might, Doug just couldn't get the hang of playing with string. But he was very helpful with homework. He always knew where to put a decimal or a period. And he loved snuggling up with Elizabeth each night for a story. What more could you ask? He was perfect. Unsnuggled. With all those crumbs and plenty of sun, Doug grew by leaps and bounds. He was one big healthy bug, and then some. The only trouble really came one Saturday morning many weeks later. Elizabeth's mother came into her bedroom to get the laundry and, "Oh my gosh, there's a bug on the bed!" she screamed. Definitely got bigger. "A bug!" shouted Father, ready to swat it away. "Oh, that's Doug," said Elizabeth very protectively. "He's my pet." Her parents looked at each other. "Pet?" "Pet," said Elizabeth, "just like you wanted. He's not big like a horse. He isn't loud like a dog. He doesn't jump on furniture, scratch, or shed like a cat. And he hardly eats anything." "But a bug?" said Father. "A bug?" repeated Mother. "Doug," said Elizabeth, "and he's perfect." Wow, he really is quite getting to be a big bug. So she picked an invertebrate. One big happy family. I think we should have said yes to the dog, whispered Mother to Father. Father shrugged. "I don't know. We have more room on the couch with the bug." Elizabeth smiled and tossed Doug a piece of popcorn. So I guess they finally did find the perfect pet. Or actually, Elizabeth found it. And one that the parents could finally agree on. But he's not part of the fish family, not part of the reptile family, not part of the bird family, not part of the amphibian family, and he's not part of the mammal family. He's an invertebrate. He has an exoskeleton. I wonder, what do you think would be the perfect pet? Well, you have a chance to try and tell us. Scroll further down, and your assignment is get that perfect pet. It can be real or it can be imaginary. You just need to draw it with lots of details and then label it. Let us know what you think would be the perfect pet.